Welcome to this video tutorial series on law and legal research. This course has been developed by the James J. Lunsford Law Library to help Hillsborough County residents learn about the legal system and how to use print and digital resources provided by the Hillsborough County Public Library Cooperative.
Today we're going to KeyCite a case and go beyond just verifying that the case is still good law. To begin with, we'll just go ahead and put our citation in the search box. We don't have to worry about picking a jurisdiction, doing anything else since we already have the citation we want to KeyCite. So we'll just put that in. You'll notice that it does drop down, give you the style of the case and the full citation, the date, the court that it came from, so you know that you are getting what you want. Just click on the search. And this brings up the full text of the opinion. Now you'll notice these tabs across the top breaking down into different topics, showing in parentheses the number of items under each one. But the main thing that you want to take a look at is this big red flag right here. Just like anything, a red flag is not a good thing. We know that there is severe negative treatment just by this being here. If you go down just a little further in the case, you'll see a smaller version of the same flag, and it's telling you that the decision has been quashed by State v. Floyd, and anything that's in blue, like the style of the case is here, is a hyperlink, so you can click on that, and that will take you to the case, which is a Florida Supreme Court case that did quash the case that we were citing. So we want to go back. But what I wanted to show you are the other material that you can find through KeyCiting something that is a way of expanding your research, not just verifying that what you're looking at is still good. If you click on the Filings tab here, it takes a second to load here sometimes, it can be slow. You'll find the options that if they're available and they have the PDF, you can actually get the briefs that have been filed. Particularly the initial briefs can be of interest if you are not used to brief writing. This will give you a good format, show you the type of information that you would want to include in yours. Writing a brief can be a very time-consuming, lengthy process. So having one that's already been filed and gone through the court system as a template to create your own from can be very helpful. Next, we'll go on to the negative treatment tab here. And of course, since it has the red flag, we know that there's negative treatment. It shows you the red flag here. This is the case that we cited. And then it tells you that the review was granted by, and gives you a hyperlink to the review granted citation, and the decision quashed, which is what we already looked at, this Florida State Supreme Court opinion, quashing our original cited case. We can click on the History tab. When it loads, here we go. It again will show you the red flags where it was directly affecting the history, the status of this case, telling you that the opinion was superseded by and giving you the link to that, and the decision quashed by and giving you the link to that. So this just gives you, as it indicates, the direct history of the case that you're citing. The related opinions / dockets tab. Usually not a lot of material there, but it's worth taking a look at if you're trying to find further information. Here it is just the two cases, reported cases that we had originally cited, the first one here, and then another case from earlier in the same year that also has the red flag. The table of authorities. This is where you can really expand your research. As you can see, it says right at the top here, the table of authorities is a listing of cases relied upon as authority by the document you are viewing. So while the document that we have been viewing may have been quashed, these cases, unless you find a red flag, there is a yellow flag here, which of course means, like anything, yellow is caution, just like the traffic lights. So I wouldn't rely heavily on this case until you read it and saw to what extent the case has been affected. The yellow flag does not mean it's bad like the red flag, but it is something that you want to pay attention to. But all of these other cases were cited as authority in the case that we originally KeyCited. So if you're looking for other material on this particular topic of law, this gives you, some good amount of case law to go ahead and start looking at. You can, on any of these, just click, again, if it's in blue, it's the hyperlink, click on the style of the case, and that will load the full opinion, again with the KeyCite right on top with the different tabs. Now, if we wanted to have a copy of this case, the KeyCite, or anything that we've just looked at, we just click on the delivery menu. You can email or download up to 20 documents a day at no charge, but there is a daily limit. If you decide to print, you can print as much as you like. If you're printing at any of the Hillsborough County Public Library branches, it's currently a nickel a page for black and white, 10 cents a page for color. If you are actually signed into one of the library computers, you'll get a one-time a day 50-cent credit. So depending on how much you want to print, you may be able to get out the door without it costing you anything. It's a great advantage with Westlaw. It's an extremely expensive service. We're very fortunate to have the access that we do. And this is one thing that no matter what you're doing in Westlaw, if you're doing in-depth research, if you're just KeyCiting a case, just pulling up a citation, please go to the profile settings when you're finished and click on the blue sign-off button. If you just X out Westlaw, it will think that the computer is still occupied and will stop either you from signing back in or anyone else from being able to access the computer until Westlaw cycles through, and it can be 15 minutes or more. So again, please try to remember to click on the sign out when you are finished with Westlaw for any reason. I hope this has been helpful, and please keep checking back for more video tutorials covering other topics as well as other areas of Westlaw. Thank you very much.